Hello everybody, thanks for joining me. It's great to have you back. Thank you, you wonderful people, for tuning in again or listening or just, playing this video or this episode. I'm really chuffed that you're here, and it's been a long journey, but we are still together. We're still learning, we're still growing, and I'm very grateful that you are still here with me. So I hope you're well. I hope you're having a lovely day, and I hope that everything is going well for you in life. And if you do feel a little bit down, you've come to the right place. If you are feeling upbeat, you've also come to the right place, because whatever you're feeling, we will build on that. We will grow and build on everything so far. Now, all that I've been kind of sharing with you to strengthen and empower you and motivate you and basically try and share knowledge and wisdom that has been, I would say, maybe handed down to me through my channeled writings, and I'm sharing that wisdom and knowledge with you so that it can improve, enhance, or allow you to tap into the soulful aspects of your life that you may have ignored for quite some time. And I hope that what I share with you is moving you in a direction where you're going to grow, and you're going to find it easier and easier to tap into that soulful aspect of your life, which is one of the main things that my teachings have taught me along my journey. So if you're new, don't forget to subscribe, and please do check out all the previous episodes, because those are going to bring you up to speed with everything we've learnt so far. And obviously it's going to fill in a lot of things if you're watching this video for the first time. But if you are, thanks so much for joining me. Glad you're here. And yeah, you're now part of the family, and we're going to keep embracing every new person, no matter what. And if you need to catch up, don't worry, you can do it by simply looking at all the previous episodes, or as many of them as you can take, and rejoin us back on this one, or just carry on watching, and then you can go back and listen and learn about all the things that we've learned so far. So believe it or not, you remember I was telling you that I was going through my photo quotes for the soul. Well, as part of this series, I've been doing that, and believe it or not, I've been through 3 books with you. So I had to think, well, let's move on to something new. Let's look at new material, because as you know, I've written thousands and thousands of passages, and so I'm never ever short of material to share with you, to use as part of my teaching, to use to inspire and get you to tap into those inner, deeper aspects of yourself, which is what we've been doing so far with that series. But I'll tell you something interesting. The series that I'm going through now is called 30 Days of Empowerment. It's 30 days worth of material if you were to read a new passage every day. It's kind of like a monthly package. Now, believe it or not, this is actually free at my website, and it's the audio version. So, great. You can put it on, listen to it whilst you're walking, driving, make sure you drive safe. All you got to do when you join my email list, just subscribe. You'll get it free. You'll get it automatically. So, it's a gift. Go and claim it and you can listen to it, because I'm going to be working through it. So whether you jump ahead of me and start listening to it, that's no problem. Whether you think, you know what, I'm going to wait with Alicia to go through them, because I'm going to, obviously there are insights and things in the audio, but I will be going deeper with you. So it's up to you, but it's free. Check out my website, alicia.com. and it's your gift. You can download it basically automatically when you sign up to my email list. And obviously my email list, is something you can read on your phone, read on your iPad, just a little message every day. You know, you don't have to read it, but you know, it's there, it's available. But that comes as a gift with it. That's 30 days of empowerment. So yeah, I thought, why not go through that? There's so much we can talk about when it comes to empowerment, and so much we can talk about when it comes to teaching you how to remain soulfully empowered. That's the key word, isn't it? Soulfully empowered. Because you can become empowered by what you read or what you see. But what I'm trying to get you to do is to become soulfully empowered, or empowered from a soulful place where you feel a greater sense of strength or a greater sense of empowerment, because you are operating or drawing your power or empowerment through your soul, or in partnership with your soul. And if you've watched some of the previous episodes, we talked about partnerships, we talked about so many soulful things, but I'll be covering them again in different ways. So if you are learning and you think, I've learned a bit about that, don't worry, you'll learn more. Every single time that I talk, I'll be giving new avenues, new directions, new kind of insights alongside what we're talking about. Okay, so let's delve into day one of the empowerment. And this passage says, when I am at my most weakest, let me find it within myself to draw upon the inner power and strength that I know I possess. With this strength, let me be empowered. Now, I told you all in the previous episodes, if you're new, you're going to hear it for the first time. If not, it's just to remind you. I told you that all my channeled writings are written for the soul, and they are written for you to talk to your soul. Okay, now, if you're new and you think, what is she talking about? I don't really get that. Don't worry. Follow along and you'll soon get to know. But essentially, for those of you who've been around for a while, this is a powerful, soulful message to your soul. And as I explained, what is important about having a dialogue with your soul, but essentially, having a dialogue with your soul is very powerful, because it connects you very, very strongly to whatever belief system you have already. And, you know, because we're all different, we all have different belief systems, and, you know, the belief system I have may be different to the belief system you have. But as I've said on many occasions, these channeled writings are insights to strengthen your connection with whichever belief system that you have, or you own, or you wish to reconnect to, or build on the connection you feel you have already. Okay, now, one of the things we are going to experience in life, and that is feeling vulnerable and feeling weak. Okay, they are just aspects of a part of life that, you know, we can't dismiss. You know, you can have a bad day and feel very weak. You know, you can have a bad series of incidents, or have experienced some very poignant incidents that have left you feeling extremely vulnerable and weak. And that is something that no matter what, we are going to go through. So how do you overcome that weakness? Well, you can say, hey, you know, I'm going to be strong. I'm not going to allow anything to affect me. And of course, that kind of belief system and that kind of empowerment and that push does work. Absolutely. You know, you can train yourself to overcome weakness or vulnerability. And I think in all our lives, at some point, we've had to do that. You know, we've had to face adversity, and we felt weak, we felt vulnerable, and we've said to ourselves, you know what? I need to man up, or I need to woman up, whatever you call it. You know, I need to reevaluate what I'm going through, and I need to become strengthened. And many of us will become strengthened through the faith that we have. Sometimes that faith may be part of your belief system. Sometimes that faith may be within yourself. Sometimes you may draw faith from friends and family, loved ones, your children, your husband, your wife, your partner. You know, you may draw faith from many, many places, and there's no limitation to where you can draw faith and get support and obviously find a way through this vulnerable or weak feeling that you may be having or may be experiencing as part of your life. But have you ever thought about drawing faith, drawing empowerment from your soul, drawing that strength and power from within? You know, and because this passage said, when I'm at my most weakest, let me find it within myself to draw upon the inner power and strength I know I possess. Now, when it's talking about that inner power and strength, it is referring to the soulful power and strength that exists naturally within you. Now, I'm not going to kid myself and say, you know, we all know about this, and, you know, I didn't know about it. It's only through my writings that I got to understand this. It's only through my writings that this kind of empowerment became very clear and evident to me. And that's why I'm sharing it with you. You know, we've heard of turning or looking within, haven't we? But within what? And I'm saying, looking within your soul, looking deep, deep within you, because that power, that strength already exists. It came with you as part of your life's journey. If you watch some of the previous episodes, you'll hear me say, we did not come alone. We came with the tools that the soul brings with us. Those tools exist. You just need to tap into them. And if you become aware of them, you can use them in your time of need. And obviously with this passage, it is about when you feel weak and vulnerable, and reminding you that you have that inner power, you have that inner strength, you have somewhere to turn to, okay, within yourself. Now, this is the difference, because I've just spoken about having faith you know, within your friendship group, or within those, or around those you love, within others, and also within your own belief system. But there's another power or another aspect to your faith, which is a soulful one, okay? And that lies within you. Nobody apart from you are party to it. And that's why I love these little one-on-one sessions that we have. You know, as I said, there's times when I know I'm on my own talking to, you know, my camera, but I feel it. I feel your presence around me. I feel your presence nearby. You know, it's an empathy or an empathic feeling that those of you who are watching, those of you who are listening, you are somehow in that kind of zone or circle with me. And I feel as if you're close and I could put my arms around you and say these words. You know what I mean? So even if you're here and you're thinking, well, there's a lot of distance between us, because I don't know where you are when you're watching or where you are when you're listening. You could be in your car, you could be at home, you could be on your sofa, you know, you could be at work, who knows? You should be working, by the way, not listening to me. But anyway, you could be anywhere. But you can shut your eyes and feel the strength and power and energy with these words, or resonating with these words, summoning you to feel that inner power and strength that exists within you on a soulful level. Remember, your relationship with your soul is a very private one. So I can only guide you, okay? I can only guide you to tap into that. The tapping in of it, I've given a lot of guidance in my books, and we've spoken about it in many of the episodes. So definitely go back and watch them. But I've always said to you, haven't I, that, you know, that connection you have with your soul is a deep one. It's a personal one. I don't have party to it. You know, not even your closest friend, your closest lover, your closest ally in this world knows the connection you have with your soul. Only you are party to it. So I can only guide you some way of how to tap into it, but ultimately you will do the rest. You will need to find that space. You will need to find that quiet moment in your day, in your evening. But you will have to find the time to sit down or lie down or shut your eyes. By the way, if you love meditation and you are a meditative person, then I have done a lot of meditations which should have been uploaded by now. If they haven't, naughty me, I should have uploaded them by now. It's not so much that, you know, they're not available. They are. It's just finding the time to upload them. But I've done quite a few already, so definitely check those out. I put them in the description below, so, you know, make sure you check them out and yeah, download them again. But find your own space, find your own strength, and find that moment where you literally can shut your eyes, drown out the noise of the mind. It will be going, oh, you should do this, you should do that, oh, oh, you're weak, You want that out. You just want to hear the silence of you and your inner soul. And this passage is actually for your soul. So you can read it or you can say it because it's part of the audio. If you get the, you know, if you get the free audio. And it says, you want to draw upon the inner power and strength you know you possess. So you can say to your soul, I know I can draw on the inner power and strength that exists within you or within your soul. You can say, I know I can draw upon it. I need it at this moment in time in my life. I know it is there and I want you to share it with me. I want you to give it up. I want you to shower me with power, to shower me with strength, to get through whatever it is you need to get through this moment in my life when I feel weak and I feel vulnerable, to get me through what I'm experiencing, what I'm going through, as if I know I can't take it anymore. I know I can draw upon this strength, okay, that I possess, and I know it lies within. Because when you say these words to your soul, I love the final bit of the passage. It says, with this strength, which means you accept this strength exists within you, you're willing to draw upon it, and you then say at the latter part of the passage, or the passage says, you know, remember these are channeled, so, you know, I kind of look at them in a much deeper way than if they were just written. And this says, with this strength, let me be empowered. So use that line. It's kind of that end bit is kind of like an affirmation, isn't it? Let me be empowered. Let me be empowered today to do X, Y, Z. Let me be empowered today to achieve XYZ. I feel weak, I feel vulnerable, but I have drawn on the inner strength of my soul. It's sharing that strength and power with me. I feel it, I trust in it, I believe it. If you do have a belief system, link it in with your belief system. Share it with whatever belief system you have as well. Integrate your soul into that belief system, you know? So if you have a particular system of belief, no matter what you believe in, say, my soul is a part of that. It's not separate. It is a part of it. And I integrate my soul in with my beliefs or my belief systems or my particular faith. Okay? If your faith is with a higher power, link that belief system with your faith. If it's within yourself, link that belief system within yourself. If it's with someone else or aligned to something else, you can link that belief system with that other. Now, I've said it, haven't I? I love this channeled work that I do, okay? And I love that I've had the courage to share it with you, the viewers, to share it with who's ever watching or listening, because it's new thought. And it doesn't say you've got to do this to do this. It doesn't tell you to do anything. Just embrace new knowledge and you can align it with whatever knowledge or belief systems you already have. There's no need to change. If you like my work, there's no need to say, hey, I've got to undertake a new faith or I've got to undertake a new belief system to appreciate what Alicia's sharing as part of her channeled works. No, you just embrace it as part of whatever you believe in or as part of whatever you have faith and belief in. You incorporate it in. You know, you can be whoever you want to be. If you have no faith and you have no belief system, just incorporate it within yourself. Your soul is within you, supporting you in your life in whichever way you choose to be supported. Okay? It's willing to give up that strength and power to you because it exists within you. It's just wanting you to tap in and tune in so they can say, hey, here, have all the strength you want, have all the strength you need. I'm not going to abandon you. You may feel so-and-so abandoned me. My friends, my family, my husband, my wife abandoned me. My children abandoned me. My lover abandoned me. Or you may be saying, I was abandoned by a group of people or a group or belief system. You may feel abandoned in all aspects or different aspects, whichever that feeling feels or comes to you. Okay, your soul will never abandon you. It can't. It is an integral part of you and an integral part of your existence. And just before I end off, in the Soul Whisperer, I explain that the soul is made up of two unique elements, two soulful elements, I describe them. And those two elements I kind of described as being very similar to how, you know how water is made up of hydrogen and oxygen, okay? And water as a liquid form is able to transition from a liquid state to a solid state and even a gas state. Now listen, I'm no scientist, but there was a time when this analogy was gifted to me. I may have spoken about it before. I've done so many recordings now. I can't remember what I've said before and what I'm saying now. I'm probably repeating myself for each one, but If you've heard this before, please forgive me. If not, great. And for those who are new, I'm really pleased to be sharing it. Or, you know, if you've heard it before, maybe I'm reminding you. But yeah, in the book I explain that very similar to how water can transition. Yeah, remember with a change of temperature, I mean, I'm no scientist, you know, but this is what I know. And this is, funnily enough, the analogy that was gifted to me is when we transition on a soulful level, how you transition from your, what I call your universal form into your physical form. The soul made up of two elements, and I'll go into that in more detail probably in another episode because I'm running out of time. But as you transition from, let's say, your universal form into your physical form, the capability of the soul to transition and retransition when you return back to your universal form, that capability is very similar to the capability of water. And if you think about water, I mean, you know, as I said, I'm no scientist. Some of you may know way more about this than I do. But when you think about water, you can have it as a liquid, as a solid block of ice. You can have it as a gas. And water can transition in those three kinds of states, can't it? But the power also of water is that it can retransition back. So if water goes from a solid to a liquid, change the temperature, it can go back into a solid. Yeah. If it goes to a gas, it can condense and go back into its liquid form. And that analogy was gifted to me to explain how the soul has the power to transition and transform as part of your life's journey from your universal form into your physical form. And when you have completed your journey, it can transition back into its universal form. So remember one thing about energy: it cannot be created or destroyed. It just changes form. And the same applies for you with your bond and powerful connection with your soul. Thank you for being with me, okay, on this particular episode. Next episode, I'm going to go deeper into the soulful elements and how the soul transitions and transforms. Just to remind you about the power within you, about being weak, feeling vulnerable, that strength and power lies within you. Tap into it. It is there. Tap into it in your own way. And if you haven't kind of found a way to do so, don't forget, watch the previous episodes where I talk about tapping in and how to tap in. And obviously, in most of the Soulful Pathway series, I explain that in great detail. So it's probably not worth kind of churning that through on an audio level. But we are going through it in some way, shape or form. But you will find your own way. But remember that strength and power is there for you to overcome any weakness, any vulnerability or any challenge that you are feeling right now, okay? Don't forget to check me out on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, a lot of Pick Me Up knowledge. If you want to download 30 Days of Empowerment, it's free, that you get the audio, go along and get it. If you're new, don't forget to subscribe. If you are subscribed, put on your bell notifications, give me a thumbs up, support the channel. Let's help me grow this channel. Let's help me get this knowledge out there. Let's help me share this knowledge and wisdom with others. And if you really do want to support what I'm doing, because I want to get apps and things like that going, then feel free to become a patron if you like. Whatever you're willing to share, I will receive with gratitude, and that will help me do this more full time and bring out more and more of my work, which is what I'm aiming to do. So every little bit is welcome, and your presence and support is also welcome. You guys keep me going. You guys keep me strengthened, not just on a soulful level, because I am on that level, but you keep me strengthened in the physical world, in the physical form. Your presence around me can be felt. I feel it, and it keeps me going. So, okay, I'm here for you guys. Look out for the next episode coming soon. Love and light to you all. Have a fantastic and amazing day. Take care. Bye.